Who won the Haney versus Ryan Garcia press conference? Man, I just got back. That was a great event. It was here in New York City at the Palladium in Times Square. Still got my wristband on, literally just got back. That really made me think, I'm glad that this fight's happening in Brooklyn. Hopefully it goes down as planned. We're hearing rumors that it may be moved to Vegas because Ryan Garcia, was happy. But I was there. I heard him in person talk about how he felt the energy in New York. When he was at the Palladium in Times Square, he was excited about it. And let's talk a little bit about the press conference. It got heated. It was very interesting. It started off slow. I was actually in the press. There were a lot of kids there, a lot of young kids. It made me hopeful for the sport of boxing that there are fans that are of the younger generation that are interested in Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. But I kind of knew that already from a perspective of, they have a lot of social media followers, so obviously their fans are going to be younger, but to see it in person is different. And if you guys didn't see, people were all over Times Square, young kids mobbing Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. It just showed me, I got to see it for the first time, all the fans that really care about this fight, care about the sport of boxing, and care about these two fighters as superstars in the sport. So in terms of the atmosphere, it was electric. I don't know if you guys watched the press conference online or if some of you fans were there, but there was a lot of chitter chat from the crowd. The crowd was talking their talk. They were talking during each individual speech, going at Ryan Garcia, going at Devin Haney, going at their coaches, going at Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, different promoters, Bill Haney, Ryan Garcia's father. Like, everyone was getting involved. So to be honest with you guys, I don't know who won the press conference because both guys had their moments. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Bill Haney was probably the most entertaining. Without Bill Haney, that probably would have been a bit of a more boring press conference, in my opinion. Whenever Bill Haney was talking, all hell broke loose. At least that's how I saw it. Bill Haney is something interesting, and it's something that I've interviewed Bill Haney, a number of times, but recently, especially, going into the Pro Grace fight, and then after that, and up till now, and I'm sure it's going to carry on to the actual fight on April 20th, Bill Haney has been the one really promoting this fight. Like, he's really getting out there, speaking his mind. Devin's obviously promoting it as well, but obviously he's the talent. He's the one that has to get inside the ring and back up all the talk that his father has been doing. And the same for Ryan Garcia. All the talk goes out the window, but Ryan Garcia was stating facts and Devin Haney was stating facts. Devin was saying stuff about Ryan, talking about, he quit, and Ryan Garcia was referencing the sparring where Tank, apparently, allegedly, knocked out Devin in sparring. So there was a lot of back and forth for sure, but it just made me more excited, and I really can't wait for April 20th to come because I think New York is really excited for this one. They had the press conference. If you guys don't know, the press conference took place in Times Square. Now the actual fight is scheduled to be in Brooklyn. I expect Brooklyn to be a little bit more rowdy. That's just how it is, here in New York. And on the East Coast, if you really know New York, you know the fact that if you're able to get into Times Square, it's more tamed. It's a little bit more, I don't want to say safer, but it's the more calm area as opposed to Brooklyn where, as you guys know, Rolly Romero and Tank fought at the same venue that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney will be fighting at the Barclays Center. And, there was a shooting there. It really does get active. Ryan Garcia was booed in the Barclays Center when he came to the Tank and Rolly fight. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, those were Tank fans seeing Ryan Garcia, but I think at this fight, there were a lot of fans just in Times Square to see Ryan Garcia. I think it'd be fair to say that most of the crowd was on the side of Ryan because I think a lot of people don't like Devin simply because he's not the most outspoken fighter. He just lets his fighting do the talking. And you're gonna say, hey, like, that's how it's supposed to be, and I would agree with you. It's just the fact that Ryan's such a superstar to these kids, so you hear all this talk. I hear it. Literally, there's the media, and then there's the fans, the crowd in the back. Thank God I was with the media because if I was with the fans, I wouldn't be able to hear anything because the fans were always talking after every comment. So it was good to be near the media because you could actually hear what was going on in the press conference live. But man, those fans were rowdy. A lot of them were not happy with Devin Haney, calling him pillow hands, which was making Ryan Garcia laugh throughout the press conference. It was just very entertaining, and I enjoyed it. but it just comes down to fight night. I mean, like, we could sit here and talk about who won the press conference. You know, Devin had his talked about the fact that you know, Ryan Garcia isn't disciplined, but we'll see what happens. You know, it wasn't a good look, in my opinion. I was shocked to hear Devin say that and then see Derek James not really reply. But then again, Derek James is a man of few words. You know, he doesn't engage in all the back and forth talking. You know, it's a little bit dramatic, it's a little bit petty, but it does go down. And I think Ryan said something to Derek, like, tell him how hard I've been working, and like Derek didn't really say anything. So I don't know if that's just Derek being Derek and I'm reading too much into it, but I would have liked to see or hear Derek James kind of talk about, you know, the things that him and Ryan are particularly working on, how Ryan's been looking in the gym. You know, he said the PR stuff, like, I'm excited to showcase what me and Ryan have been working on, but he didn't go into specifics, and maybe that's part of, you know, he doesn't want to give away a game plan, and I understand that, but I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. You know, all the analysts, when you go to the press conference, you hear all the analysts talking about this fight, and a lot of people obviously pick like Devin Haney. Devin Haney is going to come in as the favorite. There's no doubt about that. But a lot of people are curious, you know, about Ryan Garcia's confidence. Everyone kind of thinks that, you know, he may know something that we don't, and that's something that intrigues me, you know, myself, because I saw Ryan Garcia. I saw him up close today. He looks as confident, as calm as he's ever been. You know, he really wants to beat Devin Haney, and it's different. No matter what we say, they've been in the ring before, a total of 6 times. No matter what you say, I think to some degree it does matter, because when you've been in there, you have these kind of, you have these ideas about, you know, what you've done, what you had success with, what your opponent was like back then, how he's changed. You know, he's obviously gotten physically bigger. You know, Devin Haney said that Ryan Garcia is no different in the pros than he was in the amateurs. He's seen Ryan Garcia's style 6 times. I believe the first time they fought was at 8 years old or 10 years old, and then the last fight was when they were like 16. So, you know, getting ready to, you know, enter the pro level. But to some extent, you know, both guys are still taking pieces from those amateur days, and I'm curious to see, is that going to help or hurt them come fight night? I guess there's only one way to find out. You know, you got to tune into the Zone pay-per-view on April 20th. But I thought it was a great press conference. It was good to see the fighters squared off face to face. You know, they were talking, you know, right in front of each other's faces, screaming at each other. If you heard the talk, there was a lot of explicits. You know, these guys aren't happy with each other. They want to beat each other and show that they're the best in the business, that they're the real deal. And, you know, it's do or die for Ryan Garcia at this point, because, you know, Devin's undefeated. He obviously has a lot to lose, but if Ryan goes into this fight, loses again after fighting a guy like Tank, now he's going to literally be considered the last of the bunch, despite his impressive resume, having fought Devin Haney and Tank. You know, assuming this fight goes through on April 20th, you know, he'd have the best resume out of everyone at 140, in my opinion. Having Tank and Devin on your resume is something that you can't just, you know, throw under the rug. Even if he loses both fights, it's still the fact that, you know, he's taking these big challenges, and because you get the fights, that means you're either a big name or you're, you know, a talented fighter, and Ryan Garcia is both. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys thought Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney won the press conference. I thought both guys put on a show, you know, got the fans, even me, excited about the fight. But let me know in the comments what you guys thought. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another Nads Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.